Yeah, what up, y'all? Know it's been a minute, and I might sound a little stuffy. I'm fighting a little cold right now, but been kind of busy as of late, so I haven't been able to upload or post anything. But this is something that I pretty much had in my head for a good little minute that I gotta kind of address. Now I've been looking at a lot of comments people have been making about all four of these guys and where they are in their careers and everything else, but I haven't seen many people really bring up one factor, and that's why aren't they fighting each other? Everybody is at a standstill waiting for Floyd Mayweather. Everybody wants that payday. Everybody wants to be the one to try to take his O, and everybody feels like they deserve the fight. Which, in all honesty, the person that really deserves the fight isn't even on this photo that you're looking at. The person that really deserves the fight is Timothy Bradley. But I don't see Top Rank working with Mayweather Promotions or Al Heyman to make that fight, unfortunately. And that's just the bullshit of the business that we as fans got to deal with. Because Bob Arum is not, I mean, especially with the lawsuit. I didn't even comment on or make a video on the lawsuit because it's bullshit. I think the lawsuit is bullshit. I think that they see the success of Al Heyman, no matter whether you liking the PBC or not, but the man is successful. You don't see one of these fighters in this picture, nor any fighter that Al Heyman is signing, complaining about Al Heyman. He just signed James DeGale, which caught me out the blue, like what, 2 days ago? I mean, he's getting guys from the UK now. I mean, we as fans might not be 100% satisfied, but you're not always going to satisfy fans. We were waiting 5 years for a Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fight. Yet, when it happened, a lot of fans weren't satisfied. So you'll never always 100% satisfy fans. Let's just get that out the way. But as far as like the fighters, those are the guys that are taking all the risks. Those are the guys that got to put up with the injuries. Those are guys that are training sometimes 9, 8 weeks at a time for one fight. Those are the guys that need to be the happiest. And right now I'm seeing that they are the happiest. And they are happy with Al Heyman. So that's just my thoughts on that. Otherwise, these guys need to be fighting each other. Why try to latch your legacy on one person? One person. I'm the guy that beat Floyd Mayweather. But what if you lose? Where do you go then? You go right back in the pile, and you have to fight these guys to build your name back up anyway. So why aren't you fighting each other, building your own legacies? Why? The only fights we've got are these guys, these groups. Maybe Kell Brook, Sean Porter, Devin Alexander, Khan, Robert Guerrero, Thurman, and Spence. Spence is basically trying to fight anybody that'll give him the shot right now, which he kind of separates himself from the bunch because at least he's calling out names and he's really meaning it. He's really meaning it. You can say, hey, Floyd put him up to it or whatever. One thing about it is I know Spence is not afraid to get in the ring with either one of these guys. And I don't think anybody can deny that. I think Spence is really willing to get in the ring with either one of the guys you see on this photo. And to be honest with you, I might favor him over all three of those guys. I'm that impressed with Errol Spence. You can say this, that, and the third, or who he really fought, or whatever, yada yada yada. It isn't always who you fought. It isn't always who you fought. I mean, if that's the case, then nobody deserves a shot at nobody. Sometimes you just got to go out there and prove it. And he's willing to go out there and prove it. And I commend him for that. I commend him for that. I mean, the guy with the best resume out the bunch, to me, in my opinion, is Amir Khan because he's fought the stiffer competition from 140 to not so much 147, but he's fought some pretty recognizable names at 147. He's got the best resume, win or lose, whether we like it or not. Does he deserve a fight with Floyd Mayweather? No. In my opinion, he doesn't. Is he the most marketable person out of the bunch? Yes, he's the more marketable person. But I still would like to see him fight a Keith Thurman. I still would like to see him fight a Sean Porter. Hell, he can fight a Errol Spence. He can fight Adrian Broner, Robert Guerrero. I would like to see him in the ring with these guys. Build your own legacy. Because when it all is said and done, they're gonna look at everybody you fought, and that's the thing these guys are failing to realize. looking at a guy that's one fight away from retirement when you have 6 or 7 guys, and now you got Danny Garcia moving up. You know, you got 6 or 7 guys behind you that you can make memorable fights on. We should be looking at a new era of fucking Leonard, Duran, Hearns, and Hagler right now. But we're not, because all these guys are stopping themselves trying to chase one guy. One guy. And either one of these guys could have easily fought at least 4 or 5 of these guys by now. At least 4 or 5 of the guys by now. But nobody's actually trying to... How long have we been talking about Thurman and Porter? We've been talking about Thurman and Porter for a good 2.5 years now. And they still haven't stepped in the ring against each other. Still haven't stepped in the ring against each other. And it's still a very marketable fight. How long have we been talking about Kell Brook and Amir Khan? Longer than Thurman and Porter. And they still haven't stepped in the ring against each other. Still haven't done it. Which, if you ask me, yeah, Khan is ducking. But still, that's neither here nor there. But everybody's chasing after this one guy. This one guy. That's why I can't wait till Floyd retires. For the simple fact of the matter, I think Floyd should have retired after the Pacquiao fight, but I know he's got contract obligations. That's the business side of everything. I think if there was no business side with Showtime and CBS, then Floyd would be retired right now. I really do think that. I don't think his heart is in the game anymore. But with that being said, that's still no excuse for these guys not to be fighting each other. All right? If you don't get the Floyd fight, where do you go? 9 out of 10 times you fight a guy that's pictured right there, or one of the other names that I mentioned that is not pictured. That's where you go. So either way, why wait on this one guy when you can be fighting another guy that's just going to be almost as marketable? But if you win, then you increase your value either way. You're trying to fight Floyd Mayweather instead of trying to become the next Floyd Mayweather. And it makes no sense to me right now. It makes no sense. Why are you trying to not build your legacy right now? Just by fighting one guy. That one guy is not going to fulfill your legacy. As great as Floyd Mayweather is, he's not going to fulfill your legacy. He's not going to make it to where you're just untouched. Because there's going to be somebody after you. There's always somebody lurking in those bushes waiting to take you out. So what if you fight Floyd and you beat Floyd? You're going to have 5 or 6 other guys waiting to take you out because you were that guy to beat Floyd. So it's not the say all, end all, be all. And 9 out of 10 times if you beat him, there's not going to be a rematch. So whatever you got after that fight, you know, that's probably going to be the most lucrative money you're going to get for a while until somebody else builds their resume up enough to fight you. I don't understand it. I don't understand it for the life of me. And it's real frustrating to me as a fan to see these guys just lingering around. Because I'm a fan of all these guys, to be honest with you. I'm a fan of all these guys. I may speak indifferently than a lot of other people's opinions, but I am a true fan of the sport, and I'm a true fan of all these guys. And that's why it's so frustrating to me that these guys have failed to get in the ring with each other. And I shouldn't be the only fan upset about that. I shouldn't be the only fan to mention this. I shouldn't be the only fan to have made a video about this. I think we really need to speak out on stuff like this, man, because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Makes 0 sense whatsoever to me. Everybody's gunning for Floyd Mayweather. Floyd can fight whoever he wants to. His legacy has been written. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to and just ride off in the sunset with his millions and millions of dollars. I want to see you guys get in there and literally do something against each other. Show me who's the best. Who's going to take that torch? Who's going to carry that torch? Who's going to be the next flag bearer for the welterweight division? Because right now, it's a freeway. It's a free-for-all. And ain't nobody really trying to separate themselves right now. I'm out.